Thank you.
Let's get this out of the way. Talk about the Berkey injury, how it occurred, what's the future of that?
Yeah, it happened yesterday in training. I was actually standing just a few yards away and I saw it happen. In the moment, it was like wobbling, playing small-sided games. It was a wobbling shot, took him by surprise, and it just threw out his hand in like a reflex. Wasn't really prepared for it, so I just saw it straight away and asked him if it was the finger or if it was the joint, and he said the joint. But he continued training, so we didn't think it was too bad. But unfortunately, there's a small fracture there.
Talk about the defense tonight and how the team just banded around Ben, and another solid effort from top to bottom.
Yeah, for sure. I thought we defended extremely well today. Conceded very few chances, and scored enough to get created enough to get a goal.
We go to Justin right here.
Coach, it seemed like in the second half, especially until maybe the 75th minute, that Seattle was building momentum. You talked a little bit last week about just winning the second balls and wanting to see that more in the battle today. What was your thought process in the interim, and then how'd you like how the squad finished the game?
Yeah, really well. I thought we needed energy. We made a triple change, and I thought the guys who came on did really well. We needed a little bit of energy at that point. Thought we struggled a little bit with the energy and the quality on the ball. I thought again the guys who came on did really well. Throughout the game we defended really well, and we had our really good moments going forward, especially in the second half. We probably should have scored the second, but obviously pleased with the 3 points.
And then Eddie's goal, with your vantage point on the sideline, you're kind of standing directly behind it. Can you talk a little bit about what you saw in the run up to the shot and then as it was going in?
The free kick is from Edu. Yeah. His free kicks are amazing. Some of the best I've seen live. Even in training, it's always a huge possibility he will score.
We'll go in the back.
Yeah. No, talking about the defense, what is specific strategy are you playing with the defense?
Sorry, again?
The strategy in the defense is working. What is the strategy?
Yeah, the strategy is not to concede chances and goals. And we're trying to have the best setup and formation and personnel possible to do that. Obviously, we're trying to be better on the ball, have more quality. Now we played again a team that is very good on the ball. San Diego Galaxy are as well. We'd like to have more possession and a little bit more quality when we win the ball. Especially we're still wasting possession a little bit too fast and too easily. So against good sides like this on the ball, you end up defending for long periods of times. But yeah, we have to do that. We have to deal with that, like we did today, and in the end conceded very very few chances. So extremely pleased with the organization in defense.
We'll go to Charlie.
Hey, Coach. Yesterday you talked in the pregame presser about trying to get possession under control and trying to better your possession. You had 28% in San Diego. Before that, first game of the season, you had 56 against Colorado. Last game against the Galaxy in LA, you had 30% possession. Tonight, you had 34. Is that satisfactory? Are you satisfied with 34% for their 34% possession, or do you think that we can go above and beyond with this squad and kind of control the pace of the game more?
Yeah, I'm happy with the improvements, and it is a small improvement, from 28 to 30 to 34, I think you said. But yeah, no, definitely we want to be better on the ball. I thought our high defending is good as well. We bomb the ball in dangerous areas, so it's all about getting more quality, more confidence on the ball, and I think we're playing it backwards too much. We have a controlled possession, and we end up with our keeper or our centre backs. I think we can find better combination further higher up the pitch. Also, I have to say, these teams we played, we get quite a lot of space to go to be direct, to go on the break. So it is difficult for the players sometimes not to always try to take advantage of that. But I thought, especially in the first half, we could have gone more to possession rather than trying for that direct ball in behind.
Yeah, and just one more thing. City, your squad joins only 2 other teams in MLS history to start the season with 4 straight clean sheets, that being the 2007 Vancouver Whitecaps and the 2012 Red Bull, New York Red Bulls. What do you think that you have done and your staff and the players have done differently from this season and their defensive woes from last season? How do you think that transition worked when you came over in the offseason?
Yeah, really well. I mean, it was working really well in preseason as well, and I think we have a lot of players who are individually good at defending. I thought we found a formation early on that suited the squad in defending, and we've been able to build on that. So yeah, I mean, again, I've said it before. It's not a deliberate choice to have so low ball possession and to having to defend for so long periods of times. It's not really by choice, but also on the other hand, it's not it's not a we're not desperate to have more ball than the opponent. We wanna win games.
We go to Matt.
Coach, you made a change in the midfield today, going with Watts, Durkin, and Löwen. How much of that was about ball retention, and how much of that was pressing a little bit higher and also holding down guys like Albert Rusnak?
Yeah, I mean, we changed formation a little bit. It worked really well last 2025 against the Galaxy. We thought they looked really comfortable, and we were dangerous going forward as well. So we decided to continue to build on that, and we thought it would suit our game plan against Seattle, and also we got Akil in. He didn't start the last game, but he's a player who's done really well, both in preseason and the beginning of the season here. So I thought again he did extremely well, worked hard, and getting another midfielder in, hopefully gets us a little bit more possibilities in possession as well.
And we haven't really seen Cedric Toyshirt in that solo striker, especially in such a playing such a high pressing line. What have you seen from him? Maybe it was in training that made you go with that switch instead of Simon or Klaus, who have a little bit more experience up top in that pressing single high role.
Yeah, I mean he's played there before, as a striker, and we felt we had other profiles around him, with Conrad and Tots a little bit further up the pitch, and also Cello and Akil joining in just behind, and with the flexibility for Cedric to be dropping sometimes as more of a number 10, but also he's got good timing in his runs in behind. So there was a lot of defending for him as for the whole team, but I thought he did really well in that.
We'll go to Jeremy, then back to Steve.
Coach, can you talk about Chris Durkin tonight? Led the team in touches and passes into the final third, and just his performance overall.
Yeah, first of all, nice to see him back. He's still building on his fitness, but I thought he did really well today, and you can see he's improving all the time. Yeah, I think we can get even more out of him in the first half, especially, but definitely just keeps building and did really well today.
And then just one more thing, you've talked in the past about trying to get more control in games. In the match tonight, there were long spells where Seattle was in control of play. How do you get more control in these matches and get that to translate into maybe more chances and more goals?
Yeah, I thought the control of the game today was really good, but more. I've said it before and I say it again. More possession and spend more time in the opponent's final third. Because we've got qualities there, and we have good rest defense as well. So I would definitely like for us to spend more time there.
Steve, then wrap up with Ashton after.
Coach, what did you think of Ben in the nets? He didn't have to be spectacular. He did what he had to do, and what do you think going forward? Are you comfortable with him back there?
Yeah, for sure. It was. I thought he did really well. He was solid. They didn't have many shots on goal, and he didn't have to make that many saves. But he did well, and he's a good goalkeeper. He's shown that in pre-season as well. Good shot stopper. It's different for us, obviously, because Roman is top goalkeeper in the world, I would say, in all aspects. Shot stopper, on the ball, in the air. So with that in mind, I thought he stepped up, Ben, and did extremely well, and good performance to build on.
We wrap up with Ashton.
Hi, Ashton Fry with Fry Talk. With this being Lundt's first career MLS shutout, how do you feel Lundt did having to step up for the first time this season?
Yeah, I thought I mentioned it, and we found out early today about Roman's injury, so he didn't even know yesterday. So with that in mind, he did extremely well, and also the other guys helped out a lot. We looked really strong on the crosses and on the set pieces. So credit to the whole team for helping him as well in a difficult situation, having to step in with such short notice.
And City had yet to earn a point against Seattle in 4 previous games. You got that win tonight. What adjustments do you make tactically, knowing their previous matches, like how they went to secure a first victory against the Sounders?
Well, I wasn't looking too much at previous seasons. I was looking a lot at their previous games now. So I thought we had a really good game plan to get the 3 points. So but it's a good side. They have a good team. I understand the problems they have had in the past. They have a deep squad as well, a lot of experienced players they've been able to keep for a long period of time, and you can see that they know each other well. It's Seattle is a good team.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone, we have Ben here. Go ahead.
Congratulations. How you feel about the weather and the environment in the field today?
Yeah, I feel good. Another clean sheet for the team, and a home win, which is really important for us. The weather didn't really affect us too much. We can play in the snow, we can play in the heat, and it's just good to be home, really. The fans were amazing as always. They pushed us, they were really loud today, and good feeling.
Ben, just talk about your day today, how it worked. Did he tell you in the morning you're going, Roman's hurt, or how did that go about, and how does your mindset go when you're thrust right into action?
Yeah, Roman and I were very good friends. So he texted me in the morning and said that he's feeling something, which is, he didn't have to do this, but he texted me and wanted to let me know early on, and it really helped me a lot for my preparation. Just, getting my mind ready and prepare as if I'm playing, So I really appreciate that. You just get the call, and then sometimes you have to play and get thrown in there. Again, in my situation, it's never great when somebody gets injured. Again, you don't want a friend, you don't want to see him injured, especially on your hand as a goalkeeper. But again, we have a good dynamic, and I was happy to be in goal today and get another clean sheet for the club.
Were you surprised? Was it a total shock, or did you kind of expect that after you saw it?
I knew he was feeling something. Again, you never know. And then it's just like something showed up on the image, then it was my time. He couldn't go. Hopefully he's going to be back soon, but as of now, I'll try to do my best to replace him as good as possible. It's not easy. He just was voted match player of the week, 3 clean sheets. It's not an easy situation when you then get thrown in and say, okay, hey, do the same. But the team made it really easy for me. Fantastic defensive effort. We got a beautiful goal from Edu. So overall, a nice performance.
Are you ready to forge ahead with it? It's going to be your job for a while, it looks like.
Yeah, whatever comes, I'm prepared for it. I always try to prepare as good as possible every week because, you never know what happens, and it's my job to be ready if something happens. It's just my job. Again, I hope he's back soon. He's our captain, and we need everybody. So unfortunately, injuries happen along the way in the season. So again, I'll try my best to replace him and get as many points as possible.
We'll go to Justin.
Ben, obviously you didn't have much of a hard job to do, especially in the early going. Like, how difficult is it coming into this situation, then kind of standing back there, not having to work too hard for the first hour or so?
No, it's a good question because again, it's my first clean sheet, and in the past, even when I had a good game, there was a moment where there was a ball going into the back of the net, so I just had to be ready for 90 minutes. It's not easy, but again, the team did a really good job. Everybody was fighting hard, playing hard, and made it easy then for me to get a clean sheet. And again, it's never the goalkeeper alone. It's really the whole team. The defensive line is amazing. Everybody's working hard from top to bottom. They made it easy.
And then you completed a couple long passes as well. There's one in the second half specifically that Simon Betcher was able to run onto and kind of create a chance himself. And how did it feel good to really get into the game on the attack as well?
Yeah, that was a game plan for today. It's hard when especially as a goalkeeper, when you haven't played in a while. You cannot just expect, okay, let's play tiki-taka out of the back. It takes a couple of games until you find your confidence and then really get in the rhythm. That's normal. So today was, let's keep it simple. We play when we can play, and let's develop in the next couple of games to get a little bit better feeling of playing off the back and decide with the guys, okay, when is the time to go long, when is the time to play. And I think today we did a good job.
Did you feel like you're starting to pick up your touch a little bit more towards the end of that when you got more reps?
Yeah, I mean, again, playing is fun, So again, with every minute you get more confident. That's just the nature of it. If I'm playing the next couple of games, I'm looking forward to it. And we have a couple of tough matches coming up.
We'll go to Matt, then Charlie after.
We've talked with Roman about this before, Ben, but how comfortable for you? I mean, you have the nerves. You haven't gotten out there. You just talked about how your passing game, you had to dial it in a little bit. But how much does it help you as a keeper to have a group in front of you that's so good playing the ball short, obviously, especially when you're not feeling as comfortable with it?
No, I wouldn't say I don't feel comfortable. It's just it takes a couple games maybe, or 1-2 games where you just everybody comes together and has one idea on the field. And again, it depends on when to take a risk. And we were up 1-0. It's raining. It's slippery. Let's keep it simple. But again, I think we had a couple of good moments where we played off the back and really made them run as well. So that's important. And again, I think my job is not really easy because I think if you have any goalkeeper in the league, he would be probably sitting on the bench for Roman. That's just the reality. So my job is a little bit tricky because people then always expect the same. And today, again, team made it easy to just step in and do a good job.
Charlie.
Hey, Ben. The crowd erupted when they called no penalty shot for Seattle due to the handball. Did you know? Did you have a sense that, this is a handball? I know your teammates were all, telling the crowd almost that, this is a handball, this is a handball. Or were you on pins and needles hoping for the decision, or did you know?
To be honest, I didn't see a handball. I was just focused on the ball. I thought it could have been a penalty. I saw the review. Then my mind switched a little bit. But my goalkeeper coach, he does a really good job of preparing for those kind of situations. So I had a pretty good idea of what I would have done in that situation. And to be honest, I felt confident in that situation. It's okay. It's my time if that's a penalty. And I had a pretty clear idea what to do.
We'll wrap up with Ashton.
Hi, Ashton Fry with Fry Talk. I mentioned to Coach Mellberg this was your first MLS career shutout and City's first win against the Sounders. What are your thoughts on today's match with having to step up in such a critical time?
Yeah, is what you said. I have those kind of things also in my mind. First clean sheet, then I knew we've never had a point against Seattle. That all comes together. And again, with Roman being injured at the moment, I don't know for how long, but it's just not easy. Just match day, goalkeeper of the match day or player of the match day. But again, I just have to do my best. That's my job. And I'm pretty happy for tonight, at least. Soccer it's always a quick turnaround, so I can enjoy maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, and then we really have to focus on the next game.
Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Ben, thank you for joining us.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I do. Obviously, the big moment of the night is your free kick goal, and standing over it. and you're lining up. I know a lot of times you talk about how you're planning on shooting most often, but can you talk us through like your run up to that goal and what you're expecting to happen?
Yeah, I'm always happy if I get the opportunity of a really good free kick situation. Unfortunately, doesn't happen quite often, so you don't get the chance so often. Against Colorado, that was a little bit unfortunate that I hit the post, and yeah, I actually trained it again on Thursday, so that was definitely a really good moment for me. Yeah, I'm very grateful for it, and all glory to God that I was able to score that.
Where you have Olof Mellberg said that even in training, you're one of the best in the world at taking those shots. So you have a lot of confidence when you're standing over it in the moment?
Yes, I do. Honestly, like last year, I was kind of struggling a little bit because I put too much pressure on myself, where I was like, kind of when I hit a really good free kick and I didn't go in, I was kind of upset with myself, like I missed a penalty. But it didn't help me in the end. I put too much pressure on myself, and then I was too tense. So I'm just trying to wait for the opportunity to be focused in the moment. And yeah, as I said, thankfully it happened today that I could score.
Thanks, Edu.
Go, Charlie.
Hey, Edu. Showing up in a formation that you really haven't seen this season from the squad, how did you feel about going into the game, and then how it progressed once subs came on for the kind of formation? How did it feel tonight, really?
It didn't feel too different than what we played before. I would say this was like even more defensive, and yeah, I think we defended very well, limited Seattle to very few chances, and I think in the end of the day it was a deserved win. Yeah, probably Seattle also had 1-2 opportunities to maybe come back, but I think in general that was a deserved win.
Go, Steve.
Talk a little bit about Ben and his play. He did what he had to do. Does that change your strategy with the new keeper? Do you tighten up a little bit, or what's the team attitude in a situation like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important to mention, like in a moment like this, a goalkeeper doesn't get the chance so often to play, because you don't rotate a goalkeeper so often. So what was really important that the team like didn't freak out, or yeah, like just that we gave him a lot of confidence, because we know we can rely on Ben. We can trust him, because like he's a really good goalkeeper. He proved that many times. Played a great preseason, so there was nothing to worry about. I mean, obviously Roman is the best goalkeeper in the league, in my personal opinion. But yeah, it didn't really change anything. So we had a lot of trust in Ben. Ben did a great job. Ben gave us a lot of confidence, and he was very, I think, in a situation where he had to come up, he did. And he was also very calm on the ball, so I think he did a fantastic job.
Thanks. Edu, couple quick questions for you. Olof said he was very happy with the amount of control the team had tonight. How did you feel? Did you feel like the club had a lot of control out on the pitch?
I would say in general, all 4 games, that defensively we were very, very controlled. I would say with the ball, probably Colorado was the best game, because we had a lot more chances. So from my personal opinion, like last year, we were struggling a lot defensively. We were conceding a lot of goals. And now having 4 clean sheets in a row, starting the season off like that is huge. And that is something we can be really proud of. But I mean, the team puts a lot of effort into that. And as I said, we have great goalkeepers, which also helps a lot. But obviously, with the ball, this is something we have to improve. and I think we have the quality. We are not a team that has to like stay back and always just defend. I think we can be more proactive in pressing and then winning the ball, but then also keeping it because we have a lot of good technical players who are able to keep the ball. But this is something we really have to improve to be cleaner on it.
And then finally, kind of along those same lines with the offense, getting it going. You know, 1 goal tonight, a couple in LA, and then clean sheets from the other teams before. How do we get the offense going to get more goals?
Yeah, I think in general it would help if we would have a little bit more ball possession, and then just be cleaner on the ball, keep the ball longer, because that gives us also more breath to calm down. Because like when we defend for so long and we put a lot of energy into it, and now we ask our offense players to now make a deep run and now to attack again while they're completely out of breath, it's challenging for sure. So as I said, like if we really improve that, but I think like having the defensive part so good can be huge. If we now like on the other side with the ball get like a lot better, then I think we have a really, really great season ahead.
And how have you found the balance this year of finding the short game versus the long pass? I know you guys have tried to switch it up, be direct, be short, and it seems like a lot of these games you find the short build-up, but at the same time you have trouble maybe connecting consistently and you give up too many possessions in the midfield. How have you found the balance between those two things, and how can you improve that?
Yeah, I think as I said, like it's tough when you are defending a lot and when you are like really, really tired, and then the quality sometimes goes down because like you are so exhausted. But I think it wasn't like really necessary sometimes to hit a long ball. I think in the beginning it made sense, and that was the plan, to hit a couple long balls, also to give Ben some confidence to get in the game. But I think then we had a couple moments also in the first half where we broke the pressing of Seattle quite well, and I think we should have kept going like that. But I don't know if it was the lack of bravery or what it was that was holding us back to do that. But as I said, like if we really improve in that, then I think our game can be not even only more attractive, but I think we can be able to like destroy teams completely. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Conrad. Starting to say, it seemed like you were playing a little more defensively than you were in 3 games previously. Can you talk a little bit about just what your role was today and how it felt getting the win?
Yeah, it was a lot of defending today, but you have to do what the team needs, and when they need me to defend, I need to defend. And of course, I'm even better when we have more of the ball, but like you have to adapt to the games and do what the team needs of you. And this game, it was more about when we got the goal, we need to be solid in the back and try to like rather win. And so that's the reasoning. Yeah.
It seemed like there are moments too where you're a little more aggressive in stepping into balls to maybe create a transition forward. Can you talk a little bit about those moments and maybe being a little more aggressive defensively as well?
Yeah, that's what I try to bring in my game, is like intensity and getting on the ball also more up in the field than maybe even we did today. But for sure, I try to bring aggressivity and win the ball sometimes and get in the transitions. Always try to be available in the transitions. So it will be a lot of running. But
you talked about a little more defending tonight. Was that because of Ben? Were you cognizant of we need to maybe give a little bit more effort?
No. Ben is a really good goalkeeper, so I trusted Ben 100%. It was just more what the game was like. We got the goal, and Seattle is a really solid team. They're a good team. So if we have a little bit more quality sometimes on the ball when we win it, maybe we would have more of the ball. But like we didn't have anything like insecurity with the goalkeeper changes. Ben did a great job, both on the ball, without the ball, commanding the defense. So that was not a part of it. It was more what we did with the ball that made us defend a lot, and what Seattle also did.
Charlie, you got one for Conrad? Anyone else? Matt?
Conrad, just a tough matchup for you. A lot of speed there coming from Seattle's right winger. Just kind of what was the breakdown there? I know you talked about it was a lot more defensive role, but usually you have 3 defenders behind you. But kind of how often did you have to worry about tracking back versus him?
He was a tricky attacker. He was fast, so I think you just have to adapt to the game. As I said, he's a fast guy and was their biggest threat. So then we would try not to isolate him 1-against-1 too often against our center back. That's why maybe I was a little bit lower sometimes, because if we isolate this guy 1-against-1, he creates chances, and we stopped a lot of his chances. He created a lot, but also we stopped him a lot. So that's the reasoning with that. It's just you have to adapt to the players we play against, and especially when we're 1-0 up, you have to do what you have to do.
Conrad, what's the mood in the locker room right now? Because all the things are going well, the win tonight, not allowing a goal yet. It seems like everyone is kind of wanting a little bit more out of the performances as well.
Yeah, we have a really strong foundation, and to build on. And defensively, we are very strong and hard to break down. So, but we also see the improvements we need to make, because we also feel in the locker room that we are happy with our defensive efforts. We also need to up our games also offensively with the ball, to hit the passes often, and maybe try to build more attacks on their half, like create pressure in that way. But it also the thing is also when we are 1-0 up, as I said, it's also a little bit different, but still, all of us know that we are capable of doing even better with the ball, and then we will be a really, really tough team to beat if we can keep the ball a little bit more and have a little bit more quality in key moments. Then I think we'll be a really, really hard team to beat.
And then can you just talk a little bit about what you think makes this defensive unit so strong with the 4th clean sheet posted on the season tonight?
I think we are very strong and compact, and we all of us defend as one unit. It's we don't have any divas, or what you call it, who don't defend. We have 11 guys on the field that all have, when we don't have the ball, it's one goal, and that's to get a ball back and defend the goal. So that makes us really hard to break down. And I think that's just the mood in the dressing room is really positive in that case. And then,
Conrad, thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thank you, guys.